All right, Tyrell.
Yes, sir.
Tyrell, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
I was born in Inglewood, California, but I was raised all over California, San Bernardino, Riverside. But I went to college in San Diego and went to high school in San Diego, so that's my home.
And you've been working as a male stripper in Las Vegas.
I'm an entertainer in Las Vegas for the last 4 years.
Tell me about that. It's got to be an interesting
I
gig.
love it, man. The way I got into it, actually, a partner of mine was telling me to join for about a year straight, and I always declined. I'm like, no, I'm good. I got a good job. And one day I just quit. It was one of those situations. I was like, fuck you, I'm out of here. That same day I went and tried out and auditioned. Had no idea what I was doing, no experience. And the song I danced to was Chris Brown, Take You Down. I hit the floor, belly rolled, got up and left. 2 weeks later, they called me back. Can you start the next day? And I'm here now.
You like it?
I love it. You know, it's definitely something that's changed my life. It's put me in situations to where I can thrive. I feel like I have a name and a voice, and I feel like I'm somebody now.
You make good money.
I do okay. I can't complain about it. You know, so it's you have your dry spells, but for the most part, I do pretty well for myself.
And you work in a club, but you also do private parties?
I do. Those are my favorite. Those are my favorite.
Tell me about the private parties.
Man, they can range from 1 woman to 20 women. You know, a lot of times women just want to spend time with you, hang out with you, rub on you. Sometimes they just want to enjoy your company. I just did a private party last week, and it was a bachelorette party. Full nude, swinging everywhere, women. Man, it was wild. It was wild. It was wild.
In the club, the club you work in is an African-American club, right?
Yes, it is all black.
And tell me about the women that come in that club.
Man, the women, age range from 18 to 81. I love the older women. They're wild. Very wild.
These are all black girls, or there's a mix?
No, you get a mix of all type of women, you know, from all over the world, which is the best because you get a variety, as I like to say. But you know, I love the women that come in. They're very supportive. They're crazy. They try to pull your pants down. They're trying to kiss on you. They throwing drinks on you. Man, it's wild. Especially our Queen of the Night. Queen of the Night is the spectrum of the night. 1 woman, it's about 6, 7 of us, and we're just showing her a good time. I'm talking dancing. I mean, everything's in her face. She's trying to pull stuff down. Oh, man.
This is the woman that is in the crowd that you'll pick out?
Yeah, so Queen of the Night is something that JC developed during the show that a woman can come on stage, sit down, and we treat her like a queen. We're dancing on her, we're talking to her, we're making her feel good, kissing on her, rubbing on her, and just giving her an experience that she doesn't get at home, which is really important.
What have you learned about women?
That they're just like us, if not worse. Tell you the truth, I think women are a lot more. I don't think they have a cap when it comes to entertainment purposes. As men, we always have to, you know, throw the money and relax. With women, man, they go above and beyond, especially if they're getting married. That last hoorah is really, really important to them, and it's something you want to take advantage of for sure.
A lot of the women that will go to these clubs or even the private events are married?
Yeah.
Or in relationships?
Yeah, and that it definitely opens your eyes. It makes you not want to get married, especially when you got millions and thousands of women coming to Las Vegas to spend money and get fucked and just cuddle with another man. You know, it's a little sad sometimes, but I profit off of it, so I can't complain too much about it.
You personally, you have a girlfriend?
I do.
So how does this career of yours interfere, or how does your personal relationship live with that lifestyle?
It's definitely difficult. It's not an easy process. It's a learning curve, and I think transparency is is everything. Being open and honest about what you're doing, where you're going, how much money you're making, things of that nature goes a long way. So it's never easy in the beginning, but as long as you're able to communicate and, you know, do right by her in so many words, then I think you'd be all right.
A lot of the female dancers, strippers, whatever you want to call them, have told me that, you know, they're getting offers all the time from guys that want to take them out of the club. Do you get the same kind of stuff?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I just went on a trip to Hawaii probably like a month or two ago. You know, my sugar mama flew me out there, and it was something I had to explain to her, like, hey, this is what's going on. This is what's happening. I'll be back in a few days, and you're gonna have to deal with it or leave me. You know, there's nothing, I'm not gonna change myself to please you, because at the end of the day, I have to live my own life. And what you eat don't make me shit, and, you know, vice versa. So it's all just a big game at the end of the day, you know.
How has it impacted your self-worth, your self-esteem, doing this?
And in what ways?
I mean, do you feel like you're a more attractive man now because you've been doing this?
I've always felt like I was an attractive male, but I don't think I've always had the confidence I have now. I think my confidence these days are through the roof, and I don't want to call myself cocky, but you get to a point to where you just know you're that guy, you know, and you don't want to put it on anybody. You just exert it. It's just who you are. It's who you become. And my confidence level has definitely gone through the roof. There's like no woman I feel like I can't have. And, you know, that comes with the territory. It's the mindset that you need to have in this game, because otherwise you're going to look like you don't know what you're doing, and that's not what you want.
This is probably a great job for a guy who lacks confidence, right? If he could just get over the...
Yeah. I feel like if you can get over that hump, because it's a scary job, man, being a male entertainer. You know, you're on stage, there's 300 women looking at you, and you don't know what they're thinking. But at the end of the day, that shouldn't matter. As long as you have confidence in yourself, you can go out there and get no money, no screams. But as long as you have that same confidence, you know, as soon as you walk on stage, when you walk off, man, the sky's the limit. And that's one thing I've learned. As long as you have confidence in yourself, everything else will take care of itself.
How old are you?
I'm 28. I'll be 29 January 11th.
Oh, you're still young.
Yeah.
What do you have any regrets in your life? Like if you had your life to live all over again, what would you have done differently?
Man, that's a question.
Would you have done this earlier?
I think, well, funny story, because as a kid, you know, like middle school, we used to go to these parties, and we used to like freak dance and everything, and, you know, dance on girls in middle school. So I think if I knew that I was going to do this, I wouldn't have been so shy, you know, in my early years of life. I think I would have been a little bit more outgoing. I would have been a little bit more forthcoming. But I don't have any regrets. I like where I'm at in life, and I like where I'm at in life, man. Any decision I made in the past was made for a reason, and I'm here right now for a reason.
You went to college?
I did. I went to Palomar College in San Marcos, San Diego.
Did you have dreams of doing something other than stripping?
Yeah, I mean, of course I want to go to NFL. I love cooking. I want to be like a world famous chef. I have family in New Orleans that I got that from my mom, my grandma, aunties. But I definitely wanted to be like one of those Gordon Ramsay, Guy Fieri type of guys. You know, I just wanted people to taste my food and just be happy. I think food is happiness, and that's what I want to do.
You can still do that, though.
Yeah, I can still do that, but I think right now I'm so focused on becoming as great as I can in this game for as long as I can that I get distracted sometimes. But, you know, I think I just have to put in the time and do it. And with social media, you have to record everything and videotape yourself all the time. And I've never been that guy to record myself and edit content and things like that. But we'll see where it goes. I just had a son, so.
What's the wildest offer you've had?
As far as like doing private parties?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say this. there's no male entertainers in the world who hasn't done parties for gay men. And I'm one of them. And I've gotten offers from from gay men to fly me out to Chicago to do a party for them and, butt naked and, and obviously I decline those offers, but there are some gay parties that I do for like friends and stuff. But I mean, I think the wildest one I've done was this past weekend, man. It was, I walked out that room butt naked, dick out, ass out. Women went crazy. They went, have you ever seen a dancing teddy bear?
No.
No? Basically, it's a guy who walks around the room full of women, has a teddy bear mascot helmet on, and just walks around and all the women are like sucking his dick and just partying like a bachelorette party. It almost got that crazy, but the one was getting married the next day. They were recording. I didn't want to be embarrassed or put in trouble. But I've had women. I've caught women trying to drug me. I've caught women stealing. The money that they throw on the ground, they'll probably pick it back up and try to put it back in their pocket. But the one of the craziest one was when I found a woman trying to drug me. I walked in the bathroom, or I walked in the bar, and she was dumping a pill in my cup that she was coming to bring me. And I didn't even do the party. I just left. I was like, y'all got me fucked up. I'm not doing this party. Give me my money and let me go. It was a huge deal. I never told anybody about that, but
sounds similar to the women's strip.
Yeah, we go through the same thing that women go through. Because we're not. I think women get it misconstrued. Like when we go do private parties, we're always looking to have sex with the women at the party, and that's not always the case. We want to be professional as well. We want to be treated as such. And I think women get offended sometimes because they feel like it's supposed to happen. But we're morals. We have values too as men. We don't fuck everything walking this earth. And the fact that I have values about myself makes women uncomfortable sometimes, especially in private party settings. Hey, I got an extra $100 for you if you want to, come in the room with me for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Now, in the beginning of my entertainment career, I took that $100 for sure. What? You want to pay me to please me? How can I say no? But you tend to mature in the game and realize that doesn't really get you anything. All you're doing is selling your soul. But other than that, most of my parties are pretty legit, and I made good money doing them, thousands of dollars doing them. So I can't complain not one bit.
And when you, like, let's say you were single, and there were women out there, and not in the clubs, but in the regular world. What advice would you give to a guy who, like, what have you learned from doing this job that a guy outside of this lifestyle could benefit from?
It's not as easy as you think.
No, but in terms of like relationships and what you've learned about women.
That women just want to feel secure, man. Women want to feel like you're for them and, respected at the end of the day. I think as long as you're able to communicate with your significant other and you guys are on the same page and you're bringing home the money, there shouldn't be a problem. And if there is, settle it then and there, and don't downplay yourself to try to make somebody else happy, because at the end of the day, you're gonna make yourself unhappy. So stay 10 toes down, man, and be true to yourself. That's what I would say.
What does your family think of you doing this?
They love it. They love it. I've been able to, be in a documentary with my bosses and, met so many people. And, it's funny because my cousin sometimes calls me and be like, hey man, I just talked to these women at the hospital and they was at Black Magic Live this weekend. It's like, oh, foreplay. It's like, that's my cousin. It's like low key famous. in a sense, but they just love it. You know, I'm not in jail. I'm not gang banging. I'm not in the streets doing anything. I'm bringing light to women's life, you know, by taking my shirt off and doing a few body rolls here and there and smiling and just making them feel safe and at ease and at peace. And, you know, that's an amazing trait to have. You know, women, I don't just want to say women, but people go through shit on the every day, you know, at home, husbands cheating on them, kids are disrespectful, job is shit. Come to Vegas, come to Black Magic, man, come get some of this chocolate. You'll forget about all that.
How do Black women differ from white women or other races? What have you learned?
In the clubs?
Mm-hmm.
I think that the white women are so in awe because they're so used to the Magic Mike persona, you know, break dance, bop, 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 and then they're done. But when you come to, you know, Black Magic Live or, you know, any Black strip club, you're gonna feel culture, you're gonna feel energy, you know, it's gonna be sweaty, it's gonna be oils everywhere. The same dress you walked in the club with is not the same dress you're gonna walk out with because this is gonna be oil, sweat. It's just so much more exciting. Like but the Black women are a lot more accepting. They're more understanding, and they know how to have a good time. Not saying that, you know, the white women and the Spanish women don't, but the Black women, they know what's up. They know the culture. They know where we come from. You know, our traumas, and us as Black men being on the stage is like, it's amazing to them because they want to honor us as Black kings, as Black men, you know. So I think Black women definitely appreciate us a little more. Even though white women love us, I feel like the Black woman appreciates us, a handsome, young, talented man that smells good and can dance and can move. So I would say that.
That's great. What would you say, Tyrell, is the most important thing you've learned in your life?
To be patient, man. I think patience is a value that a lot of people look over, especially, I wouldn't say especially, but if you're in this game, everybody thinks like you can just go on stage and do this and do that and become this big household name. And it took me a couple years to just come into my own, you know. You sit back and you watch your peers, you know, they're making hundreds and hundreds of dollars a night. You're making $50 here, $20 here, but you can't compare yourself to those people who've done it before. You gotta be patient, wait your turn, you know, and continue to put the work in quietly. And what's done in the dark will definitely come to the light. So I think just being patient and knowing your self-worth value is everything. Being patient and knowing yourself, not trying to be like anybody else, not trying to be like the next man, but perfecting yourself, knowing yourself, growing with yourself, and just having confidence in yourself, man.
All right, Tyrell, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yes, sir.
Wish you the best of luck out there.
Thank you.
Make some money. Thank you.